I am totally for a very robust manufacturing ecosystem in India. We all need that, not just from an energy security perspective, but also not just for meeting our own requirements, but also for being a manufacturing base for exports to the rest of the world. I totally endorse the view that the short-term policy, or especially around trying to curtail the imports of equipment into India by imposing duties, hasn't served its purpose. So when it came, we were not even clear what's the end objective, because it was just a 2-year policy, and we were told that it is intended to spur the growth of manufacturing in India. Now we all know any sane business, whether it's an Indian business house or any global manufacturing company, if they would want to set up a manufacturing base, which requires huge investments, as Ramesh said, that it's not just the module assembly which is there. It's basically the back end, the cell or the wafer or the ingots and the silicon processes. All of that requires massive amount of investments. And no one is going to base their investment decisions on a visibility of a 2 or a 3-year roadmap in terms of the domestic manufacturing or the Make in India requirement. On the other side, I just want to add 2 points. So when these kind of knee-jerk policies or reactions from government comes, it impacts the industry in two manners. One, the projects which are already in the pipeline, they are severely impacted. The projects that are bid out, the projects that are under discussion or under the manufacturing phase, they are severely impacted. The financials go for a toss. The second major impact is, because I come from a background these days, from a background of in the distributed solar space, what happens is that off-takers have a tendency, or the buyers or the industry which are required to make capital investments, they have a tendency to procrastinate. See, solar is not a priority. An off-taker would has no urgency. If they can use solar after 6 months or 1 year, they'll as well do it. So if a policy says that after 6 months, the duty will come down from, let's say, 25% to 15%, a lot of off-takers will say, okay, fine, let's wait for 1 more year. What's the hurry? So what it does is it delays the decision-making, it delays the deployment. So rather than helping the deployment of large-scale solar, or solar at a large scale rather, what it does is exactly the opposite of it. So therefore it defeats the very purpose for which the policies are made. And also I fail to understand when we talk about, it's first of all, let me clarify, I am totally for a very robust manufacturing ecosystem in India. We all need that, not just from an energy security perspective, but also not just for meeting our own requirements, but also for being a manufacturing base for exports to the rest of the world. So not only it's our 10, 20 gigawatts or 100 gigawatts, we can actually set up much larger targets in terms of manufacturing capacities. In fact, I'm a great believer of another solar mission manufacturing base, where instead of a 100 megawatt deployment, we should also have 100 gigawatt manufacturing based solar mission targets also, not just the solar panels output, but also as cells, ingots. So everything has to be included when we look at manufacturing per se. But what I fail to understand is that when we resist the import of, or we call it dumping from countries like China, the reasons that we typically give are that Chinese government provides them incentives. So what it does, it subsidizes their electricity, it subsidizes the interest rate on the loans that are given to them, and therefore the panels that they manufacture or the products that they manufacture are much cheaper. And therefore, to have a competitive environment in India, we should have protection against those imports.